In this example, we have a character in Stormwind. Now, we can manually set a custom waypoint, and the travel system will calculate the fastest route and display the directions to that location in an easy-to-follow step-by-step format, right below the waypoint arrow. As you can see, this works anywhere in the world, even other worlds like Outland and the new continent of Pandaria. When the travel system tells you to fly somewhere, the location will now be highlighted on the flight map to make it easy for you to quickly find it. You can even configure it to take flights automatically, so all you have to do is talk to a flight master and you're off. The travel system is extremely dynamic and can detect unique ways to travel when it presents a shortcut. Sometimes the waypoint arrow itself will change into a clickable icon, such as using your Hearthstone or using class-specific spells like the Mage Portal ability. With this new system, you'll never have to spend even a moment trying to figure out how to get where you need to go. This is exceptionally useful if you like to jump between different guides. Here I have a character who is currently using the leveling guide. Now I want to switch to using one of the dailies guides. In the past, the guide couldn't handle a change like this, so you were left to figure out how to get there on your own. Now, it loads the new guide and immediately reroutes you to your new objective. When you open up the guide menu and select the gear guide, you'll now be taken to the guide recommendation panel. As you can see, there's a new Zygor gear tab within the character info panel. This is where things get really interesting. The gear guide will immediately scan your current character and dynamically generate a full list of all available gear upgrades for your character. This is made possible by our powerful gear engine, which was developed by our in-house team of WoW experts to factor in your level, class stats, talent specialization, and item score. Then cross-reference that with a database of over 1,000 dungeon items to find the best ones for your character. The results are displayed conveniently in the Gear Finder panel and are organized by each armor slot. When you hover over any item, you'll see a button pop up that you can click to instantly load the guide for the dungeon the item is located in. The guide will also show you the best dungeon to complete based on which one has the most upgrades available overall for your character. With our new Quest Reward Advisor, the best item for your character is automatically highlighted for you. So all you have to do is confirm the selection and you're off again. If no item suits your character, the item that can be sold for the most gold is highlighted. We're introducing a new auto-equip feature that monitors your inventory at all times, searching for gear upgrades. When it finds one, a window will pop up notifying you of the upgrade, and with the simple click of a button, it will equip the item for you. Fully redesigned from the ground up, more sleek and beautiful than ever before, with 10 groundbreaking new features and improvements to take your gaming to the next level. Easier, simpler, faster. This is Zygor Guides 4.0. Let's take a look. When you load up Zygor Guides 4.0 for the first time, the first thing you'll see is the all-new configuration wizard. This will let you quickly set up the guide how you like it, choosing things like where you'd like the guide positioned on your screen and what sort of features you'd like turned on by default. You can choose to skip the configuration entirely or use Zygor's recommended settings for the most optimum guide experience. Once you've completed the setup, the guide will magically appear on screen. At this point, you can choose to run through a short tutorial, which will help you understand how to use the Zygor Guides user interface. This is extremely useful for new users. If you've used Zygor Guides before, you've probably noticed the fresh new modern design of the guide viewer. This is the new default theme in 4.0 called Stealth. It's intended to be a cleaner, simpler interface that brings the important elements to the front and minimizes the clutter. It carries over many of the things that worked in our previous Midnight theme with a couple key changes. The arrow has been improved from its earlier flat gray design to a gorgeous, fully rendered 3D model. We've also added an all-new progress bar to the bottom of the guide viewer. This works as a visual indicator of your completed progress through the current guide. By clicking the bar, you can switch between two modes of tracking progress. The first being by how close you are to completing all the steps in the guide, and the second being by how close you are to being ready to skip ahead to the next guide based on your character's level and experience. Last but not least, we performed a complete overhaul of the guide menu. The home screen will now give you an at-a-glance view of your most recently used guides, allowing you to quickly jump back to where you last left off across multiple guide types. Zygor Guides 4.0, the next evolution.